This is the Dame Dash Show. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and energized by the entrepreneur who introduced the world to Jay-Z, Kanye West, and fashion designer Rachel Roy. These days, you can find Dame hustling movies, music, art, and more. The Dame Dash Show starts now.
This is the Dame Dash Show, and this is the one and only Dame Dash. I just can't get used to having my own show. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm going to just keep having fun with that. So, being that it is my show, you know, I get to do what I want to do. And what I wanted to do was talk to my man Bootsie, who brought me out here along with Jay Black to Raleigh, you know, introduced me to Jay Gunner. And initially, when I came out here, he had put me with his son and his nephew, A.R. Wings, and the Money League, or...
Yeah, the Money League Boys.
Explain it. This is your go ahead.
Well, the Money League Boys consist of, you know, a bunch of young cats that been working from the house. So since they was working in the house, you know, they know I was into the music for a long time. You know, even since dealing with you, with Rockefeller days.
Well, long story short, they make beats, AR, they make records,
right.
Sort of trap music, I would say.
Right.
And the first thing I did was I shot like 7 videos and a movie with them.
The movie Coach.
But the number one thing I've been telling them is they gotta have their show together because they got hit records.
No doubt.
Well, what's the number one? What I tell them all day?
You know, working on with a live band.
Yeah.
Working on that.
You know, so I think the number one thing that'll stop them will be them not doing their live show, but I think once they get it together, we're gonna be able to launch the movie, all those videos.
No doubt.
And we'll have them on the show hopefully next week.
Oh, trust me, they got it together. They getting ready to show you something.
So we looking forward to that. And then, you know, you introduced me because I was like, look, I'm not trying to start from scratch, and I tell a story. And you brought Jay Gunner to the table.
No doubt.
And I think he has everything we need. And Jay Gunner, what's good? What's Gucci?
It's popping. We out here.
You gonna perform? So what we doing is we putting out a mixtape with all the artists that have inspired me out here. We call it the New North.
New North. Right.
And you know, there's A&R, there's Jay Gunner, there's who else is on it?
You got what's the female name?
Nicolette.
You got Nicolette from Harlem.
Right.
Nicolette. You know, you got a bunch. It's a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying?
Variety.
Just Ski.
Yeah,
Just K, and all that. And you know, we're gonna launch that, put out some music videos. Hopefully there'll be a show. You know what I mean? And that's how Blue Rock will be represented musically. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think Jay Gunner has everything up to speed as far as the show and the merch and all that right now.
Yeah.
I think everybody else will be able to catch up. So today, I need to see your band go ham, B.
We're going in. We're going to go in.
Every time, you know, y'all get this conservative thing going, I want to hear some real, I want y'all to jam out.
Let's jam out then.
I want people,
we're gonna
you know,
kill
this is Riley.
I got faith in my boy. He going to make it happen.
Yeah, so I got to see that. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to crank then. We're going to crank.
We're going to see that. And then, like I said, the first record that we did with y'all was Chasing Money.
Chasing Money.
And I directed the video on that one. You know what I'm saying? So I co-signed that.
Yeah.
So, you know, and again, I believe in them, the young guys.
And it's circulating heavy right now still.
Yeah, nah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I want to see them jam out for a little while.
Yeah,
we talking, but I want to see what y'all could do because I've been talking a lot about the band, but I want to see some. Can we go to the band real quick?
Of course we can.
Let's go to the band real quick. I'm doing on the jam.
Yeah. This record is called Victory. This for anybody who's ever been told they can't do something. So I'm feeling like it's death before dishonor. Loyalty above all. Feel like Nat Turner, I rebel against a lost art. Pondering what God thought. Placing us in slavery, I get it now. We endured slavery and became king. Thank you to my ancestors, grateful for your sacrifice. How could I disgrace them by speaking trash on the mic? One song and dance, not a chance I would waste it. When I look in the mirror, I'm staring at your replacement. Risen from the basement, so close I can taste it. Feel like I was born for this. Good morning, greatness. Still holding faith, this war requires patience. I've been waiting too long, in a minute I'ma take it. Raised in the bottom, I'm southern as mama's gravy. Bull City raised me, sorry I can't stay. It's a war going on inside my generation. Victory is ours for the taking. Sweet smell of victory. Yeah. This is the sweet smell of victory. One hand in the air, you feel it? Yeah. This is the sweet smell of victory. Yeah. victory.
Come on.
This is the sweet smell of victory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Corey Burch and the victory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the sweet smell of dream chasing 30,000. Yeah, yeah.
King is at it again. Hi, this is Chris Leaf, the King of Kia. Come pick out a Kia from our king size inventory. Get the King's best price and don't make a payment till after Christmas. That's right, after Christmas. Only from the King. See us on the web at chrisleaf.com.
Game-studios.com is my platform for people that appreciate my perspective on doing things. I've made a lot of movies and I've done a lot of art. It's available a lot of different places. But with Game-Studios.com is where not only can you see all my new movies, you can see all my old movies, you can see all the music that I made in the video form, you can buy the merch. It's really just my channel of things that I've done without having to get to the people who are middlemen. So we're back, the Dame Dash Show, and I'm here with the woman that inspires me, wifey for lifey, Raquel Horn. You know I don't like dudes too much, and I've started to invest in your dreams, and you become my muse. And I always like to talk to you about what we did and what you inspired me to do and how much fun we've been having. So what did you want to talk about today that you inspired me to do while we was in love for a living?
I wanted to take it back to DD 172. We
Okay.
had that 3-story loft or big gallery in Tribeca. It was pretty much a.
It was a gallery. We opened up a gallery. It was what happened was we were working out of my crib, and I was watching my daughter, my little daughter Tallulah, from 12 to 4, and you know I had to be in an environment that wasn't so aggressive with the music and all that. So we were doing the art,
Well, we needed a place for all the artists to go.
Right, and we needed a place for all the artists to go. So we had all kind of. We had a under 100. We had a rock and roll venue in there.
Band. We had Mos Def sleeping upstairs. We had Ski Beats in the basement. We had Sean O'Connell. We had Mackenzie. We had everybody making music all at the same time. We had artists from, who was coming in? Crit. We had Stolly. We had
a lot of the guys that are kind of like OGs and very relevant now. We're new in the business.
Everybody was
Currency, Smoke Dizzle, Wiz Khalifa.
Everybody was there, yeah.
Citizen Cope. Everybody was in there.
I like the one picture where you have Wiz Khalifa and then you have Cope and then you have you and Currency all in the same room and everybody's just like Wiz is just looking at the camera like I don't even know what's going on.
It was definitely a collective of different kinds of people that were just like-minded.
Yeah.
I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago, and now we would call them millennial generation, but it was like defining what the millennial generation was, and then we started Creative Control, where we had our own internet television station, and we had all these 5Ds, which were new at the time, and we were doing digital, and we were doing things that looked like forward thinking at the time, and it was just everyone was seeing it was a movement, and I was really proud of it.
Every day we were putting out webisodes, little content snippets of everything that was going on the day before.
And it would end up in the Village Voice. It was like the cool thing in the moment. It was a really good time for independent music. Under 100, was ridiculous. We had this little club where, we invite 100 of the most influential people in the city and have the coolest people perform.
We did a lot of albums too.
We did a lot of albums, we put them out, and we had commercial success even though we were doing it independent. And, I really enjoyed that time, and I feel like...
A lot of ping pong matches.
A lot of ping pong matches. They eventually sort of closed us down. They said that we were selling drinks, and we weren't. So we had already left before they did all of that, and then we had to go to Brooklyn for a little while, and then we opened up Poppington in the Lower East Side, in the outskirts of the Lower East Side in Chinatown. So, I had a really good time doing that, and it was a great thing to put a collective of people and be creative, and then also figure out how to monetize it. You know what the bills were there a month?
I do, because I was paying them. Yes, it was $100,000 a month.
It was $100,000 a month. I don't know, people, they think $100,000 a month, like that's money you putting in your pocket.
Right.
That's money that needed to be generated that could be put back into the bill. So we had to pay people to edit.
Right.
We had to pay for the rent of the building. Paying for garbage was a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Paying for garbage was a whole different story. What was interesting is that having all these artists in the same place and them not realizing what takes everything to run this huge machine. So we needed to put out albums, we had to put out content, we had to make everything so that we could keep this creative bubble surviving.
And we had to keep the cash flow.
Yeah.
So
it was a fun place. Oh, look, here's some. This is one of our first gallery openings right here. That's
okay.
The
so,
Edon.
Do you remember the parties we used to have?
Yes. The parties that were wrapped around the block.
We would have.
Where the police
I remember
would come.
the first gallery opening we had. Literally had 500 people outside
Yes.
and 500 people inside.
Yes.
And the police were really cool because they would come through and they'd be like, "Look, you just can't have all these people on the street." But they weren't really mad at what we were doing because it was such a inspirational, inspiring kind of environment. I think it was a really good time, and I think it also made it cool for art in the hip hop industry as well, because we were doing the gallery openings, and then again we opened one up in Hong Kong, opened one up in
You had just
Charleston.
a huge mix of people from everywhere, from all genres. Had Erykah Badu.
You know what I want
in
to talk
there.
about? You know what I want to talk about? The fact that these socks. How long have we been trying to find some good socks?
Well, good socks. 7 years. I know I've been trying
to make socks. Like, I like to make my own socks. You know what I mean? I don't really like to wear other people's socks. And, I had factories in China that made them, but, we've been on this wave of only making things in America. And we've been looking all over the world, all over America for a good sock company. And we just came up on one around the corner from where the barn was, and they ended up making it. And so today I get to let me show you all these socks, because these are the super butters. You got to have a good tip, you know what I'm saying, and the blue and all that.
We made this here in North Carolina. Yes.
We made this. So these are made in North Carolina.
Yes.
Okay.
Not only made in U.S., they're made in North Carolina.
Okay. So what else is up? Raquel.
Well.
Nike SDs.
Well, we need to talk about that. All the stuff for DD172 you can see on our website.
Oh, on Dame Dash Studios. Actually, you can see the show
so
on Dame Dash Studios.
So if you missed that monumental moment in Tribeca, you can relive all those moments back on dame-studios.com. You can see Erykah Badu performing.
And to be honest, back then, that was really what our business model was, to aggregate as much content as possible.
Absolutely.
So that at some point in time, someone would want to pay a subscription to see it.
Exactly.
And talk directly to our consumer. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the people that are into this millennial kind of a thinking where, you do everything yourself, everything's sort of independent, you capture every moment, and you distribute as much content as possible, and you have a good show. And speaking of a good show, I'm gonna let them jam. I'm gonna let them jam out. Next week, I want to talk about some more stuff that you're doing. You know what I mean? We'll figure it out next week. But I always want to see you looking beautiful.
I think the millennial generation is a good topic to
You want to talk about the millennial generation and what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
doing
deal with that
everything
one.
yourself.
We could do that next week.
Filming, editing, to putting everything out yourself.
Okay, I'm with that. So I'm gonna take it out. Pause with the band, and I wish I would rip. Pause.
Yeah.
Please. Y'all keep talking it.
Let's go. Yeah. It's still the Dame Dash Show. Yeah. We talking about independence right now. This one is called A Faithful Struggle. Yeah. That's Corey Birch on the drums. That's Brandon on the keyboard. My man Byron on the bass. Brandon Pierre on the vocals.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Yes, sir.
Here's a story of a boy who had major dreams, being all he could be, and the army wanted to sing, telling him he'd be great. In spite of all the drama and in the midst of all the hate, one dream I'll never fulfill.
Say what?
Is being able to buy my mother that house up on a hill. But I gotta move forward, cause I know deep down inside my dream I can't abort.
Try to defer my dream, you would have to murder me. No man could take what God has planned so perfectly. But these bill collectors and these banks don't want to work with me. You banking on this long shot, I smile and tell them certainly. Internet's in love with me, radio never heard of me. Fans rock my music, download, never purchasing. Labels want to sign me, laddie say they don't deserve me. I must fulfill a promise I made to the one who birthed me.
The King is at it again. Hi, this is Chris Leaf, the King of Kia. Come pick out a Kia from our king size inventory. Get the King's best price and don't make a payment till after Christmas. That's right, after Christmas. Only from the King. See us on the web at chrisleaf.com.
back at the Dame Dash Show with Dame Dash. I feel like, you know, when you have a tattoo of your name on your arm, right. When every time I come back, this is the Dame Dash Show with right. Dame Dash. That's how I feel. But okay, so this is the part of the show where we bring two entrepreneurs on, and also we're going to talk to my main man, Dr. Boyce Watkins. I want to introduce Jessica and yes. Torrance. So, Jessica, ladies first, what do you do?
Yes, my name is Jessica Hope Morel Berryman, and of course, wherever I am, I always have to say Aggie Pride because, you know, it's definitely worldwide. But I'm the owner and operator of Lango Kids Research Triangle Park. We are a foreign language immersion program for children between the ages of 18 months and 11 years old, where we teach French, Mandarin, and Spanish to children. I primarily work with a lot of schools, but most recently been working with a lot of the housing authorities, taking a different approach, seeing a vision within my business. And I also have the opportunity to be a small business consultant for Edible Arrangements. The owners, they own a location in Raleigh and in Durham.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, you do?
You have like 25 verses.
I did.
If I was to say give me a rap, that was a lot. You do a lot. All right.
I do a lot.
Because for time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gave me a lot. And what do you do? I'm sorry.
My name is Torrance Williams, and I am the National Director for the National Honor Society for Online Education. So we work to encourage people to eliminate barriers to education by being able to go to school online.
Got it. That's good. Okay, so questions?
Yes.
Can I help you with anything?
So I had the opportunity to kind of look at some of your foundations and groundwork that you've had. I have to say I took the time to look at the Breakfast Club interview because I thought it was hilarious. But one thing that you talked a lot about was being your own boss. And the way you presented it was hilarious. But how can we, as entrepreneurs, really validate and give kids the opportunity of seeing what entrepreneurship can do for you? I had a father who was an entrepreneur, so when I graduated in 2007, the economy was pretty bad. I knew what my other options were. But most students are taught to go to school, graduate from college, and get a job. So how can we mold these children to be entrepreneurs like yourself and myself as well?
I mean, I think leading by example is important. So if that's what the children are seeing, us physically being entrepreneurs, they won't know anything but that.
Absolutely.
You know, I think explaining exactly what it takes to be an entrepreneur, not only conceptually, but physically what it takes to be an entrepreneur day to day. It's a 24-hour grind. It's a fight. Yeah. You know, it's not an easy thing, but I think freedom is priceless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, explaining it in a way that's tangible to a younger individual, understanding what it means and how hard that fight is, and learning to appreciate it.
Right.
And I think that's the best way to do it. And just advocating it, you know, positive reinforcement, making it like the cool thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think kids are very influenced by the attitude of everyone around them. So if everyone else is receptive to something, then they're going to be receptive to something.
Right.
To that, you know, what around them is receptive. So I think that's important as well. Right. So I think just living it and making it a positive thing, making it like there's no other choice, right. And you know, just being positive about it. You know.
I just want to piggyback on what you said. You said that being an entrepreneur is a 24-hour grind all the time. So how do we have that work-life balance when you have that 24-hour obligations?
Well, not to cut you up, let me bring in Dr. Watkins.
Oh, yes.
You know, let's bring him in there. What's up, Dr. Watkins?
Not much, brother. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing very well. I enjoyed hearing about these two young people. It sounds like they're headed to the top. I respect that.
Yeah. Actually, this young brother was talking, and I wanted to bring Dr. Watkins into the conversation. So, go ahead. What were you saying?
Thank you. I was just asking about having the work-life balance, because being an entrepreneur with social media, having to answer emails, returning phone calls, just engaging your customers. But for those of us who have families, there's a balance. So how do you balance both of those, being a father and being present, as well as being an entrepreneur?
You know, it's a lifestyle. You know.
Yeah, I think it's a great question, because that's a question that I have to constantly deal with every single day in terms of figuring out, you know, how to balance out my life and how to make sure things don't absorb me, because email can absorb you, Facebook can distract you, right. Text messages, tweets, phone, all of that. There's so much to have to manage, and so what I tend to do is two things. Number one, I swirl together what I do with all the things that I love. And so because what I do is such a part of me, it's almost like a mother raising a child. Like, you don't really hear a mother saying, well, I'm only gonna raise this baby from 9 to 5 and then I'm gonna take the weekends off, right? She doesn't do that, right? Even when she's away from the baby, she's checking on the baby. You know, she's always a mother. That never really stops. So my opinion is that when you become an entrepreneur, when you create your own business really is your baby, and it's okay to love it. Just make sure that you're doing something that you love. Make sure that you're not caught in a trap of just doing something just for the money, because then you have to, you know, sort of have that challenge where you're looking at work as something you don't enjoy anymore. Work does not have to be unenjoyable. You know, the second thing that I do is I try to incorporate my family into my business if they're qualified to do that. So I work with my daughter. My granddaughter has a job. You know, she's my baby. You know, I have a couple cousins. You know, so I don't hire everybody now. I don't bring everybody in the fold. But, you know, by kind of incorporating things, what it does is it just creates, as Dave mentioned, a lifestyle. And when you have a lifestyle, you're not sort of working and then living in separate spaces. You're just alive. You know, it's just your life. You know, almost like the analogy I'll give on that is, think about Kool-Aid, right? You know, you have the sugar and then you have the Kool-Aid in the water. Now imagine if somebody said, well, we're not gonna mix them together. We want you to eat the powdered Kool-Aid, drink some water, and then take a spoonful of sugar. It's not the same, but when you mix it together, it can be incredibly sweet. So I say just make your life sweet and don't be afraid to figure out how to do that.
Right.
Wonderful.
So we answered both of your questions.
Yes, thank you
absolutely.
so much.
No problem.
Is it, oh, no.
And let me talk to my man, Dr. Watkins, real quick.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. Watkins.
Hey, what's up, brother?
You know, and I wanted to just take this time to talk about our class that we have, where we actually talk about entrepreneurship and independence and you know, other social relevant things, and we take questions. And what's the website where we can go to get that?
At intelligentbossmoves.com. That's IBM, and it fits right into what Torrance was talking about online learning. Online learning is a trend. I mean, that's a great business model, a great way to spread education to the masses, a great way to get an education without going $80,000 in debt. So that's what we're doing online, and people love it.
Okay, so, you know, we're going to continue to talk, Dr. Watkins. I'll see you next week, and we're going to take it out with some live band jamming. Hopefully we'll get a solo from the drummer. I don't know, I can't. What's going on? No, I'm just messing with you.
Let's work.
I refuse to lose, no matter what you say, do. I done put my heart in the struggle, master my art, and I made that my hustle.
One more time.
I refuse to lose, no matter what you say, do. I done put my faith in the struggle. I done put my faith in the struggle.
Let's go. The adrenaline. Whoa. Yeah. Corey Burns, ladies and gentlemen. I refuse to lose, no matter what you say and do. Cause I done put my faith in the struggle, master my art, and I made that my hustle. One more time.
I refuse to lose, no matter what you say and do. I done put my faith in the struggle. I done put my faith in the struggle.
I refuse to lose.
The King is at it again. Hi, this is Chris Leaf, the King of Kia. Come pick out a Kia from our king size inventory. Get the King's best price and don't make a payment till after Christmas. That's right, after Christmas. Only from the King. See us on the web at chrisleaf.com.
Game-studios.com is my platform for people that appreciate my perspective on doing things. I've made a lot of movies and I've done a lot of art. It's available a lot of different places. But with Game-Studios.com is where not only can you see all my new movies, you can see all my old movies, you can see all the music that I've made in the video form, you can buy the merch. It's really just my channel of things that I've done without having to get to the people who are middlemen.
I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Dame Dash Show. Thanks to Raquel Horn. Thanks to Jay Gunner. Yeah. Thanks to Angel Whisperers. Thanks to Dr. Boyce Watkins, to the entrepreneurs. Thank everybody. Rock out. Let me see what y'all got. Pause.
Yeah.
New North, Blue Rock.
Red Eye Lifestyle. Yeah. Hey. And this is the Red Eye Lifestyle. Yeah. Cause this is the Dame Dash Show. Yeah. This is Red Eye Lifestyle. Woo. Say this is the Dame Dash Show. Yeah. Look. Back when they thought skinny Taylor suits would hurt hip-hop. Before Ye got them things to pop. Had all the Johns. And yo crazy, thought your girlfriend would just flirt with Josh. Now let's go. Take them back to the pool. Doing this before rapping smooth, seemed cool. Everybody grimy, I was measuring for suits. Now they all dressing up, it's like it's me, but it's you. True, at least when DMX had it. All these sucker rappers were scared to make whack hits. Now, it's so much talking fashion that rapping is last when it comes to the masses. Trash hits, but if you real, you should blast this. No promotion but my last out classic. Cigar ashes, spring bank glasses, tuxedo jackets, we know where the cash is. Hey, and we up next. When I show up to the club, better be best dressed. Hey, don't you be upset, cause when it come to being fly, brother, we your jest. The mama, get a drummer song, show off your breast. We the coldest in the building and we playing with checks. Yeah, don't you be upset, cause we the coldest in the building and we make it move like you would for a millionaire. About peace, but just in case I got my killers here. Couple college homies, law students, engineers. Young, black, and educated, fresher than a Frigidaire. We just happy we made it, baby. Youngest on the mollies, not for me, I'm an 80s, baby. Dollar bills, kind of things that people kill for. And when I think about that bread, I get chills, cut. What we build for, celebrating, build more. I'm Carolina dreaming, trying to buy a build more. Till then, we just live fast, sip slow. 3-wheel slow-mo, low ride, 6-4. Handcrafted, my hands in alley. Shows in Cali, with all the flavor sway valleys. Tell you to your face that you not dope. Colossal revenue and you can't stop those. Hey, and we up next. When I show up to the club, that I be best dressed. Hey, don't you be upset, cause when it come to being fly, brother, we on jets. The mama, get a drummer song, show off your breast. We the coldest in the building and we play with checks. Yeah, you be upset, cause we the coldest in the building and we. Yeah, I say we up next. We the coldest in the building and we play. Yeah, don't you be upset, cause when it come to being fly, brother, we on jets. The mama, get a drummer song, show off your breast. We the coldest in the building and we playing with checks. Yeah, don't you be upset. We the coldest in the building and we playing with checks. The mega, hey, let the yeah, let the drummer get some. Hey, I say we up next. We the coldest in the building and we playing with checks. Yeah, hey. I say we up next. We the coldest in the building and we playing with checks.